Hey guys, it's Mindy and welcome back to another art video. And in today's video, I decided to do something a little bit different, but I'll get to that in a minute anyway. First of all, I want to apologize for not uploading anything because 1, I've been busy with schoolwork, and 2, I've been working on the prices for my online shop, which is currently closed at the moment, but it will be open soon, I promise. And if you didn't know yet, I have created an online shop on Instagram, and if you want to purchase art from me, go follow me on my account. Woot woot. Anyways, this sketchbook you see here will definitely be available on my shop, and the details on the sketchbook will be coming soon, but at the time, I really don't know how to copy this artwork and print it onto other sketchbooks. So I will definitely be selling this original one right here that you see. So if you want it, go follow my account and stay tuned. So yeah, it will definitely be there. So moving on to what I'm doing differently for this video is that the whole video is real time, and I got the idea from drawing with waffles. I think it was cool, so I tried it as well and I kinda liked it. I'll link her channel in the description. You really should go check her out. She's an amazing artist, an amazing person too. Yeah, so anyway, I kind of like the style. It's really slow and calm. You can see my workflow and my mistakes at the same time. And I also did jump cuts so the video isn't too long. And yeah, I like the style of editing, and let me know if you guys want me to continue this style of editing or not. I mean, I personally like it, but if you guys don't, then I'll stop after this video. For the picture, I didn't really have anything in mind while doing this, so I kind of looked up reference and tried to turn it into my cartoony style, which I think is a success. I mean, I like how it turned out. And that's pretty much the long and short of it. I don't really know what this picture means, but I like it. And while I'm working on the piece, she kind of looked more and more like a princess, you know? But maybe that's just me, I don't know, but she looked like a princess to me. I mean, just the way she's sitting and she's kind of looked like she's waiting for a special someone, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah. And later on in the video, I added bricks at the bottom, so she kind of looked like she's in a tower or something. And then I added like these weird bushes at the corner. I don't know if they're bushes or trees or plants. I don't know, but they look cool, so yeah. And for the color scheme, I try to go really monotone and soft. I really try not to go for any vibrant colors. Just try to go for like a really soft monotone color so it doesn't compete with her too much. And then I like lined her with white gel pen so she kind of popped out a little bit. So I'm spoiling this, whatever, but yeah. The background was really tempting to highlight, but I managed to pull myself together and not highlight it. I was like, no, but in my head I was like, I want to do it, so yeah. Because I know if I highlight it, it would draw attention to it, and I don't want it to compete too much with the girls, so I didn't highlight it, which is a good choice, to be honest. So onto the topic of this video is how to find your art style. In the past, I've struggled with this as well and had trouble finding my own art style and how I want my art to look. So here are some tips that I hope will help you too. Number 1, find artists who inspire you and study their work. When I first started out, I have no idea what I wanted to make. But then I discovered Bailey J. I became obsessed to be just like her. Skilled at cartoon drawings and using copics as a main art medium. I loved the way she drew characters, the aesthetic, the smoothness of how she colored the vulnerability and the expressions. She's awesome. I created ideas, portraits, and a lot of copic drawings. I wanted to be just like her, but I did make my own stuff. And I started to get pretty decent with copics. I stuck with that for a while, and that was my first ever art style. To know It's okay to not have an art style. It doesn't mean that you're lost or you never had one in the first place, but it meant that you have a lot of exploring and a lot of new things and experimenting to try. I faced my first style shift a couple of months ago. It was a school night and I was doodling in my room. I ended up doing something completely different with how I drew the face and ended up liking it. And I started to practice and getting better at it. Then I started to incorporating it in my pieces. And this brings me to my second tip. Number 2, make loads of art. Now this is important. To find an art style you like, you need to start drawing. And it doesn't matter if it's strange or weird, they're not being shown to art galleries or to anyone. They're your own private sketches and art. But if you don't allow yourself to make mistakes and try new things, you'll likely miss opportunities of self-discovery. Take the opportunity to focus on time and effort rather than focusing on the finished product being your only measurement of success. If it helps, you can make a number of bad art just to prove you're not afraid to fail and seeing your failures as successes. How this helped me is when I started filling my sketchbooks, I wanted every page to have a perfect sketch and pristine drawings on them. And that's not supposed to happen in a sketchbook because a sketchbook is where you should experiment and try new things. And if you don't try new things, you won't be able to discover new things that you might like. And it's hard to go out of your comfort zone. I know that for sure because it took me so long to get out of my comfort zone and to find something that I like. But if you don't try it, you never know that you might like it or not. If you're a perfectionist like me, just to let you know that you're not alone. Just to know that a sketchbook is where you should try new things and learn from your mistakes. I can make a totally different video based on this topic, but this is just a long and short of it. Number 3, do realism studies. It's important to know what a human really looks like. For my style, it's semi-realism, and that's because I studied from life and I mixed it with a little bit of my cartoony style that already existed. It doesn't matter if you want your style to be cartoony or stylized, it's all based off of real life. I guess the exception would be if you're throwing paint splatters at a canvas, whatever, you probably don't need to do realism studies. But for me, I do cartoons and I do semi-realism style, so it's important for me to do realism studies if I want to improve or find other types of art styles. For example, if you want to make a wolf OC, it's important for you to know what a wolf body actually looks like. So you go do wolf anatomy studies, and once you got that down, you can stylize it to your liking because you got the realistics down. And you can change how the eyes look, not make it so realistic, make it a little bit cartoony, and change it to your liking because that's how I do it when I wanted to make an animal character. Number 4, try designing characters. This helped me get out of my comfort zone a lot, and it sometimes helped me with discovering my style. And it's because when we write characters, how they talk, how they act, you can see what the character looks like in your head just based off their personality. An example of this is Violet from The Incredibles. You can tell by her body shape and her face what her personality is, and it's really important when you're creating your own style. And this helped me a lot when it comes to finding my style, is that I would create characters in my head, how they would talk, what their personality is, how they act, and I would see what they would look like in my head, and I would try to envision it on paper, and boom, I have a whole different style. And sometimes I didn't know that I would like the style as much as I envisioned it. And that is how I find my style. I would just make a ton of characters and experiment with different styles, like what I like, how they would look, and boom, I have a whole different style, and I never would have thought I would like some of them as well. And most of them required me going out of my comfort zone. Like this one character I have, she's really tall, really skinny, she had like a really slim face, and her nose is really long. She's kind of like Pearl from Steven Universe, and I don't know where that idea came from, but it just popped in my head, and I try to draw her out. And it's definitely something I haven't drawn before, because I normally draw girls with big hips for some unknown reason. I don't know, that's just my style, I can't help it, guys. But this is something new that I haven't tried before, and I really liked how it looked with this character, so I rolled with it and made a storyboard, and I want to continue with that storyboard, but I never got around to it. So to summarize everything up is 1. Find artists who inspire you and study their work. 2. Make loads of art. 3. Do realism studies. 4. Try designing characters. Hopefully this video is helpful to you guys to find your own art styles as well. And lastly, what I wanted to say is thank you all so much. We have just hit 900 subscribers. That's crazy. I would not be in this position if it weren't for you guys. So thank you everybody so much for watching, liking, and subscribing to this channel. And yeah, it's crazy, okay? Mind blown. We're so close to 1,000. Let's make it happen, shall we? And yeah, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. And as always, give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you're new. You have no idea how much it means to me. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye!